So just 35 overs bowled on day one of the second test match between India and Bangladesh. Disappointment for the fans who turned out on day one to witness the match between India and Bangladesh. Bangladesh ended the day on 107 runs at the loss of 3 wickets. The session started at post lunch, and it was called off very quickly. Not too much cricket did we see after the lunch session, and then it started to rain, and then the day was suddenly called off because the rain was so heavy that it was really difficult for the game to resume from thereafter. People would be hoping, and everyone has their eyes on day 2, but unfortunately the news as far as the weather is concerned on day 2 isn't too good either. So as the day would start at 9 a.m. So basically, if the game is scheduled to start on 9:30 a.m. but to make up lost time, you can start the game at 9 a.m. But even if you try to do that, the weather at 9 a.m. also is not that hopeful that you might be able to start the game at 9 a.m. because at 9 a.m. as you can see here that there are 51% chances of rain, and there are also chances of a thunderstorm to come in and be a spoil sport. Even though today there were chances of a thunderstorm from 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. but we did not see that. We got to see some game, and we sort of squeezed out some overs in that phase of time. But eventually the rain did come, and that's exactly what everyone will be hoping tomorrow, that even after there's a thunderstorm early in the morning, it maybe doesn't come, because at times it's not that accurate. The weather predictions aren't that accurate, but the case is all throughout the day almost the same. Then if you see at 10 a.m. there's again a thunderstorm that would continue, and 51% chances of rain. At 11 a.m. it's the same case. This thunderstorm would have stopped, it would be cloudy, but there are still 47% chances of rain from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And the day wouldn't get any better, because again at 12 p.m. it's mostly cloudy, rain percent is 40%, and then at 1 p.m. till 2 p.m. the rain chances keep on staying. It's 34%, 34% throughout the afternoon. So there are chances that these percentages that you're saying 40%, 34 and 34%, this is that afternoon session, post lunch session. Maybe you can take an early lunch because of the rain that you might see early in the morning, have an early lunch, and then start the second session from 12 p.m. if rain doesn't come in and be a spoil sport, and then you can sort of squeeze some overs out from there also, and sort of reach a bowl the Indian team is looking out to bowl out Bangladesh, because so that they can sort of have a good chance in this test match also. But later on in the day, 4 p.m. onwards, again the chances of rain start to increase. So that's the only time, like I'll just get back to this, from 12 to 2 p.m. is when you can sort of squeeze out some overs, because this is the phase of the day where the chances of rain are least expected. But then from again 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. that's sort of the time when the last session, post tea session, is played. At that time again 48% chances of rain, that is 4 p.m. and then 5 p.m. again thunderstorm will come into act at 52% chances of rain, and then at 6 p.m. also thunderstorm that will be there, 44% chances of rain. So all throughout the day there is rain expected. There are very high possibilities that you might just see rain play a part in tomorrow's day all throughout the day, like I showed you that all across the day. But the least possible chances of rain is this slot that I'm talking about, 12 to 2 p.m. where you can try and bowl out maximum overs. But the only problem here that could come in is that, as you saw even today, the game was delayed even though it wasn't raining. Just to get the outfield ready, the ground staff took a little bit time. Otherwise we might have ended up seeing 15-20 overs more if the outfield was prepared even earlier and the toss had happened on time. So the crucial part here is going to be that the ground is prepared by 12 p.m. As soon as the rain stops after 11 at around 11 a.m. then you sort of get the ground ready by 12, and then sort of get as many overs as you can till 2 p.m. because again in the evening session or late evening you have a lot of rain predicted. This is all in all how the weather is going to play a part tomorrow. It's again going to be a start-stop sort of an affair on day 2 of the second test match between India and Bangladesh. But India would be wanting to go all guns blazing against the Bangladeshi batters, because they would want them to go back in the pavilion and get them all out as soon as possible, because already a lot of overs were lost on day 1. Day 2 again there's a lot of rain, and day 3 also as of now doesn't look that great. Even though the predictions aren't always really accurate, things can be a little up and down, but because there's rain all throughout the day, you will definitely see rain play a part on day 2. But for all the updates, we'll be joining you live tomorrow morning for before the when the game is about to begin. For that, you need to press the bell icon, and if you like this video, do subscribe to Sports Today.